So guys, we have a question like this, for example, on the SAT test or any other test, of course. Okay, doesn't only have to be on SAT. So what is the square root of 16% minus 4%? Very tricky question, right? So you got to be very careful as you have square root there. So what are the possible answers? A, 0%, B, 8%, C, 20%, D, 36%. So let's go for it. So we got to take the first term here and then see how we can deal with it. So 16%, the common mistake that people will make, okay, is because this is 16 underneath the square root, so that would be 4%. Okay, so they have 4% minus 4%, they get 0%, which is A, and that is wrong. All right, so that is definitely wrong. So so that's what I was saying, which is somebody will have done, so square root of 16, which is 4, so we end up with 4%, all right, and then minus 4%, and then we end up with 0%, and then we say this is the correct answer. No, this is definitely wrong, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so let's go for it. So now let's go back. So we have 16%, which we can take as what? So let's go for over here. So 16% is the same thing as what? Is the same thing as 16 over 100 on the square roots. All right, so we're going to only take out of this one first, and then after we finish, we subtract with 4%. So what does that mean? That means we can take separately square root of 16 and then square root of 100. And what is square root of 16? Square root of 16 is 4, and then square root of 10 is, of 100 is 10. All right? So we end up dealing with 4 over 10 minus 4%. All right? So this is what we have so far when we go back there, right? And then what is 4%? 4% is 4 over 100, all right? So this is just equal to 4 over 10 minus 4 over 100. So now we have two fractions that we got to combine together. We got to subtract them up. So then we got to find the lowest common denominator, which is what in this case? 100, because 100 can divide by itself one time, 100 can divide by 10 times, okay? So that's why 100 is going to be our lowest common denominator. So if that's our lowest common denominator, so what's going to happen then? So we take that so we can continue, you know, over here. So we're using the border bit thing here. So this will give us what? So it's going to give us 4, so that would be 100 minus 100, right, underneath, because we said that's the lowest common denominator. So how did you get from 10 to 100? By multiplying the top also by a 10. So 10 times 10 is 100. 4 also has to be multiplied by 10. All right? But this one does not change because it already has 100. So this one stays 4 underneath. You guys good with me? Okay? And then what's going to happen? So this one is going to give us 40 minus 4 over 100. And 40 minus 4 is equal to what? Is equal to 36 over 100. And 36 over 100 is the same thing as what? 30%. So that is 30%. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the correct answer. So 30%. 30%. That's the same thing, okay? So it's the same thing as 30 over 100. So that's 30%, 36%, and then we're done. Thank you.